Okay, for just a minute, let's forget about gut feelings, forget about the expert pundits. Today, we're diving into what a seriously powerful AI model thinks is going to happen in a huge Premier League matchup, Brighton versus Leeds. I mean, it's the question on every single fan's mind, right? You've got home advantage, recent form, key players. Everyone's got a theory. But what does the cold, hard data actually say? Well, it turns out an AI has crunched thousands upon thousands of data points, and it has a surprisingly specific prediction. So let's get right into what it found. All right, let's not waste any time. Let's get straight to the big reveal. What does the AI believe is the single most likely outcome for this game? And there you have it. The model gives Brighton a commanding 60.7% chance of winning at home. A draw is down at 26.2%, and a Leeds win, a pretty distant 13.1%. You know, that's not just a slight lean, that is a really decisive call from the AI. So let's be clear, the AI isn't just taking a wild guess that Brighton will win. It's actually quantifying that feeling with over 60% confidence. And in the world of statistics, that's a very, very strong statement. Now, seeing a number that precise, that probably makes you wonder, right? How on earth does an AI come up with a number like 60.69%? What is actually going on under the hood to make a forecast that detailed? To understand that, we kind of have to peek inside the AI's brain. And the best way to picture it isn't as one single supermind, but more like a council of experts who are all working together on the problem. Now, the technical term for this is a unified ensemble. But just think of it like this. Instead of trusting just one opinion, this system gets several different specialized AI models to each vote on the outcome. Then all those votes are weighted to create one final and much more reliable prediction. And what's so fascinating is that these experts don't always agree. I mean, check this out. The neural network model is extremely confident in Brighton. It gives them a whopping 75.7% chance. But another model, like GBM, thinks there's a much higher 42.4% shot at a draw. So by weighing all these different opinions, the system creates a much more balanced and nuanced forecast at the end of the day. Okay, so we know who the AI thinks is going to win, but what about the style of the game? Is it going to be a defensive snoozer or an absolute goal fest? Well, the data has an answer for that too. A really key metric here is something called expected goals. Just think of it as a score for attacking threat. It measures how many goals a team should score based on the quality of their chances. The model predicts Brighton will generate chances worth about 2.37 goals, nearly double Leeds' 1.27. That is a crystal clear sign the AI expects Brighton to just dominate the attack. So what does all this mean for the final score? Well, the AI gives it a 60.4% chance that we'll see 3 or more goals in the whole match. So yeah, don't expect a tense, boring 1-0 game. The data is basically pointing towards an open, attacking match with plenty of action. So how do all these numbers actually translate into a final score? Let's take a look. The single most likely outcome is a 2-1 win for Brighton, with a 9.4% chance. And what's really telling here is that 4 of the top 5 predictions are Brighton victories, and almost all of them involve 3 or more goals. It all just perfectly lines up with that high-scoring game the AI predicted. Okay, so we've seen the predicted winner, we've looked at the method behind the magic, and we've seen the most likely scores. Let's pull all this together and ask, what is the final takeaway here? If you only take away one thing, it's this. The data points strongly towards a Brighton victory at home, and it's probably going to be in a game that features 3 or more goals. That is the clear, consistent story that this AI is telling. But, and this is so crucial, we have to remember what this is. This AI is a statistical tool. It identifies probabilities, not certainties. This is just for informational and entertainment purposes. It is not a guarantee, and it is absolutely not financial or betting advice. So, the AI has made its call. It's looked at the patterns, it's looked at the data, it predicts a 2-1 Brighton win. But you know the game. A lucky deflection, a moment of pure magic, a controversial call from the ref, that's the human element that makes football so compelling. The data gives us a guide, but the real answer, well, that's only going to be revealed on the pitch.